I think anyone and everyone that has had a mental health problem before or a mental illness, it's natural to worry that it could happen again. So it's not positive thinking, it's about learning to see what's good in your life.
Bipolar, depression, anxiety, I've had it. It's all crap. It's not a way to live, but it is an important part of your life. So don't dismiss it.
That's a very interesting question, because if I had a dollar for every time I've been asked that question, I'd be a very rich person. I think anyone and everyone that has had a mental health problem before or a mental illness, it's natural to worry that it could happen again. It's not that it could happen again. You don't actually trust yourself that you won't repeat the same patterns. And it is just a pattern, and that's what I've learned. So in the beginning, I was terrified that it would happen again. And that's where it came in very handy to have a trusted advisor, somebody you can trust, you can respect their opinion. They can tell you, you can bounce off what you're going through, what your thoughts are. And then they can tell you if you're in the right space or not, or if you're going too full on. Whether you're manic or depressed, it doesn't matter. You still need somebody that can give you an honest opinion that you respect. Not somebody that is going to tell you what you want to hear, but somebody that will tell you frankly what it is. A true friend, I call them. So that's very important in your arsenal of weapons against any possible mental health issues. The other one is learn about your patterns. Don't leave it until the last minute. Go and get some coaching, go and get some psychological sessions, therapy. It doesn't matter what, but go and find out what your pattern is. How is it that you do depression? How is it that you do mania? There are certain steps that happen. Get somebody that helps you to identify that. And then at every step, have an action that will undo that step. So wherever you are capturing yourself, falling for that trap of either manic or depression or anxiety, you now know what step you're doing, and you know now 2 or 3 things that you can do to neutralize that emotion coming up. And that's the trick, really. Identify what you do when you're doing whatever you're doing, and then have 2 or 3 action steps, things that you can do that neutralizes that step. An easy example of that is, sometimes, or I would say almost every morning, I used to wake up with a sense of dread inside of me. Yeah, like something really horrible was about to happen. I don't know where that came from. It was just there. So I put a journal, just a notebook, and a pen on my bedside table. And for years, the moment that I would wake up, I would get that journal and I would write a gratitude list. There's something very simple but very specific. For example, I wouldn't say something like, I'm grateful for my family, because that's too big. The brain says, so what? So you want something specific. For example, I'm grateful for having my wife next to me this morning. And I would write the whole thing. I am grateful for. I am grateful for how nice and soft the sheets feel this morning. I'm grateful because I had a nice sleep. I'm grateful for those couple of hours of sleep that I got that were amazing. Because sometimes we focus too much on the negative. I haven't slept all night, but you actually did sleep a little bit. Are you grateful for that? And it kind of changes the whole way that you start your day and how you start looking at things, because it teaches your brain to look for the positive instead of the negative. When you're in a mental health situation, you have to access the positive. So it's not positive thinking, it's about learning to see what's good in your life, not just what's bad. Because life is made up of crappy things and good things. So what are you going to focus on? So that's what I did. And that kind of taught my body to wake up in a much better way. Now I don't get it. Now I wake up and it's great. I mean, I'm not a robot. Sometimes I have bad days, but then if I have a bad day, I know what to do. I go and journal for a couple of minutes and then I'm fine. I hope that answers your question.